Hey all, Matthew here. As some of you who follow me on Twitter may know, the Amazing Ram series, which is now turned into Amazing Forest, I still got shudders just thinking about that, was and will only be for 2 seasons, which I hope is finished for when the FM21 beta ends. After the full release and the 2nd season of Amazing Ram/Forest is finished, I will get on the way with my main Journeyman series, Zero to Hero. I'd just like to go through the major rule I've designed for it. So let's hop into it then, shall we? Main rule, and the only rule, basically, is that the FM editor will be used. And I can already hear many of you clicking off the video or getting ready to dislike and send a nasty comment, but hear me out, okay? I'll be doing scenarios for the players, staff and club with whichever team I play with. So it could result in a player who, you know, isn't good, scout rating wise, could get a little boost where if we get promoted and all that. It'll only be used once an in-game month, and if the results will be from a large pool of ideas and I've come up with. I will say here, I will not overuse it to overly boost the club, because, you know, it will just be game breaker to do that. So if there is a major boost, if anything, it'll only happen once or twice or 3 times. Every one will happen. Sorry, I'm messing this up. I'm trying to read it off a script, but I just can't for whatever reason. But yeah, happen at least. Not at least. It'll happen if anything. It'll happen at least once a season, but possibly I'll try and make it once every 2 seasons or 3 seasons where this like big upgrade can happen. If there is an upgrade, it depends on what happens in game. But yeah, I highly recommend you check the description and click the link linking you to 2 YouTubers, Cutsy and Loki Doki. Loki Doki, some of you may know because he's an FM YouTuber, while Cutsy is a FIFA YouTuber. And Cutsy, for the past 3 or 4 seasons, has been doing FIFA on PC, and his content has these like scenarios for his players or club, and that's the main inspiration behind this series. And then I know Loki Doki last season ended up doing it on stream with a Brazilian club, so it's just further that I really want to do this on YouTube. So that's basically the only major rule. There are minor ones, but they can easily be changed if I or one of you thinks it's different. So if you have got an idea that could be implemented in the series, feel free to comment here and we can implement it for the first episode. But anyway, let's go for the grand reveal of the manager and probably more importantly, the starting club. So let's begin with the manager, shall we? So just before I introduce you to him, I'd just like to say I've roleplayed someone in FM. The beta managers for the beta saves is always myself, while all of my main saves with managers I've designed and created, and they will have different personalities. So for example, a few FMs back I had this guy who was overall nice, but is too nice to ever win a title, so he always messed up. Another was so controversial in the game that I called him the Donald Trump of the footballing world. So hopefully you get it. Anyway, this manager name is Lynn Coleman, and he's the face that's just popped on it's just a random face. It's random as in it is AI generated, so it's no one actually has this face in real life. It's just completely AI generated by an algorithm. So I thought I'd use that. And about him, he is a football fan from young, or soccer as he calls it, because he's Canadian. And it wasn't until his young daughter got into playing that he decided to coach. So after years of getting his badges and managing local clubs, he got into a job as manager of an Ontario League club, and he did well there. And soon, and literally just being announced as manager of our club we are beginning with. More about him is that he values trust and loyalty above all else. So, in other words, he is likely not to sell players who have been loyal to him, while he will sign players and staff who are loyal and trusted him if he moves to another club. So that's the manager reveal. So let's go for the club reveal, and of course it's going to be in Canada, because the manager's Canadian. That's how I like to start. And the club is Pacific FC. So about Pacific is that they're quite a new club. I've only been formed about last year or year before that, to do with the opening season of the Canadian Premier League. So they're quite a new club, and I'm hoping to start a lasting impression with them by making them big, as Lim Coleman. But I'll have more to say about both Lim Coleman and Pacific FC once I've written a little story that will happen in episode 1, which will happen either as soon as the beta has ended, or as soon as the Rams/Forest save has ended. So it could be, at the most it'll be about a week after the beta's ended, if the Rams/Forest save goes on a bit longer than I planned, but I'm trying to make it quite short, only 2 seasons and all that. But anyway, I hope you subscribe if you enjoyed this and excited, and make sure you hit the mobile notification bell. And well, yeah, why don't you give it a comment and like, and show your excitement for the series that is about to happen. Anyway, I've been Matthew, and I'll see you next time. Hex signing out. Bye everybody.